All right, bro, I think we're live. I think we're live
Yes,
here.
we
It
are
says
live.
zero dropped frames. We're in excellent connection. This is this is fantastic. Okay. Um, all right, excellent. All right, ladies and gents. Um, another live stream. And as we discussed last time, this is going to be an exciting one because we're going to be embarking on a new idea. Isn't that the case, Mr. Ibrahim?
Indeed, it is.
Indeed, it is. So we're actually going to be exploring um, some new ideas. And maybe before we start, I think this is pretty good actually. It kind of read like an ad for OCR Arabic, but maybe it's because OCRArabic.com is mentioned in a bunch of places, so it just makes it seem like we're not neutral.
Well, it's an article about OCR Arabic, so it's about the tool.
Indeed.
So
Oh, I
it's
added a
not about,
comment, but I didn't send it. How very sad. I guess I'll
but
send it now.
the thing is, we don't want to uh, not mention OCR Arabic
Yes, of course.
because this is not like a research paper where we talk about OCR or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah, exactly.
literature.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
specifically about OCR Arabic, and we should include some images and screenshots, like some sample
of course.
images. I think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would
yeah.
kill
We
it.
will.
Yeah, yeah. So this is just the texture. I think it's pretty good.
Yes,
I'm
this is
pretty
just the
happy with it.
text.
Yeah, yeah.
Though we got like some replies, and like we have like three who want
Money.
to add. Yeah, you've read the emails, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was quite surprised they would jump right into money. But you know what? Like
yeah,
maybe
it's
depending on the
ridiculous.
domain reputation or how many visits it
They're
gets,
all terrible.
they're all terrible and they want money. Hmm.
I mean, like maybe one of them is okay, but
What do you
like
mean
Wingdings,
okay?
I think
Like
like
how
it's okay,
much
like it
DR?
got some traffic, like it got some traffic, but I don't think it would be worth it at this stage because I would feel like if I'm to spend $60 on a like on someone who would post my link, um, and that link is not really, I mean, that site is not that popular. I would just go spend it on ads, Facebook ads or AdWords. That would make more sense.
Yeah, but that's not the strategy we're trying to go after, right? That's
Exactly. No, but I just think like for this strategy is not, I mean, would come on, like it's not like if, for example, CNN or Jazeera News asked me to pay for it, it would make sense.
yeah.
But like this site could go down any minute.
True, but I mean, again, depending on domain rating, maybe it's worthwhile, maybe it's not. So I think it's something we can consider on a case by case basis.
Yeah, but I mean, asking for $60+ is insane to me
Again,
just to
like
add
it
the link.
depends on the domain rating. If it's already driving traffic,
No, I'm talking about this specific case, like cases where we got replies from. Yeah, but it goes back. Yeah, like, would you want to spend that much to have your link posted in an article that's
bro, I think you just
generating
need like
engagement?
10 or 15 backlinks to become ranked in the top 10 and probably like close to number one. So,
Mm.
I mean, I'm, that's okay. Like that's fine. But again, like there are differences between domains. Some domains have a domain rating of 40 or 50 or 60. Okay, it's worth it. But if the domain rating has like five or four or one, it's pointless. It means nothing. The domain has no value whatsoever. So it would depend on the domain and also like how many links they're sending out. So if they're already sending out to every other provider, okay, so it's not going to be as useful. But if they're not sending to any providers or they're willing to replace an existing provider they have with us, okay, that's more valuable. So. Again, like I don't think, even if it's like $100 or whatever, if it's a good link, it's worth it, man. If it's a crappy like site with no domain rating, no, it's not. So I think that's what we need to match up with is like, okay, match each site, how much money they want um with their domain rating and how many existing links they already have. But it's good we're hearing responses. I mean, that means it's working. That something's working. That's that's great. In fact, we're getting more responses than I expected. So that's definitely a good sign. It's not going out into the void.
Anything you do should have a outcome.
Indeed. That is quite deep.
Well, thank you. Anyway,
Uh,
so I think we just have to, as we agreed, we'll do this in the background. Like we'll have to. I'll check Ahref for the ratings of these folks, and I'll try to,
yeah,
you know, um, shortlist them
indeed.
if it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Anyways,
fantastic.
yeah.
Awesome. So now we'll go through the other ideas, kind of trying to pursue a new idea. And the point would be like ideally we'd spend most of our time trying to figure out how to get customers and then maybe a small amount of time developing it. That's the ideal scenario. Uh, and maybe we find some sort of um, hidden gem. That's what gets me excited is like the prospect of finding some sort of hidden gem where some unmet need that we can just fill directly by building something really quick and then launching it. And yeah, hopefully it picking up. Doesn't necessarily need to have like a way to monetize immediately, but just something to think about. Again, the sort of theme we're going with here is just dabble, like just build and launch. And I think anything that picks up, we'll figure out a way to monetize. As long as you have attention, that's the core currency I think for our day and age is attention. If you can get attention, then you can figure out a way to monetize it. All right, enough philosophy and more actually doing. So let's see what we got here. So going back to the list of ideas, are there any more ideas that you want to add after this first idea that we went through? Something that kind of opened your eyes up to new possibilities? Because man, like Gemini Flash 2.0, I mean this thing is pretty good. This thing is the real deal, man. Yesterday I tried uploading literally handwritten like an actual document which was low resolution, handwritten. In fact, I want to update the site to show this sample. And it did so well with it, man. I could barely read the thing. And it was able to turn it into pristine text.
Imagine
Unbelievable.
the prescriptions, the
Oh,
doctor's. Oh
oh
man,
yeah. Maybe something that super interesting that, this would actually be possible. So I'm trying to think, what other opportunities might exist that we didn't consider, or didn't explore or know about, coming into this on the image side, maybe the recognition side. Hmm. Who deals with handwritten stuff or stuff that's
bro.
kind of hard to
I
read?
sent you a message, yeah,
Yeah, got it.
just so you know.
No problem.
Anyway, so I was thinking maybe the ones who have a hard time going through handwritings could be teachers.
Teachers.
When they, yeah, like professors, whatever, like academics.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you have actual people solving actual exams or homeworks and submitting it
Yeah,
to their lecturers.
OCR.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Could be like in the like healthcare, even though like it's more digitized now, unlike before. But there's something there probably. Also, you'd have this is something that I'm not sure how complicated it is. Uh, the where you have, for example, um, so we have
You
the
still there?
reporters as well. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you froze there for a second,
No, no. It's
but you were
it's
thinking.
the
Okay.
reporting as well. Like reporters, maybe media,
Media reporting? What do you mean
like
by that?
reporters,
Ah,
like
reporters, like actually
interviews,
taking.
whatever.
Okay. All right.
Maybe interviews.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, and then you have like writers, authors,
Authors.
maybe. Hmm. Book authors and stuff, novel, blah 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 blah.
So just
And then you also,
scribbles, random notes.
mhm. Then you also have, but this is not something about handwritings, but well, we're specific to handwriting, so there's no need to mix ideas together. Um, who else uses handwritings? Maybe
There's the police officer when he pulls you over and gives you a ticket.
ticket. Hmm. Yeah, that's good.
I don't know if it's good. It seems like we're just trying to come up with random ideas, and I guess, yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Like we're trying to.
I think this would be super interesting, especially in countries where this is prevalent, which is probably like more. I don't know how it is in the US and other places, but maybe in the Middle East, this is still pretty prevalent. My question is like how you can actually
Make
turn
money.
the exam, like there's a scanning process involved. This is a physical sheet, and then you need to convert it into an image, which you then use. So I mean, it's going to be really annoying if you have to do this manually, right? Uh, so how do you, and then also on top of it, you need to mark the paper somehow, right? That's the that's the next step is like you need to take the student submission and then you mark the paper. So
Yeah, the
how?
system
How
does
do
it
you do
for
that?
you. Like if the system is able to recognize the answers the users have, they can like mark it for you too. Like AI can understand what you're trying to say, can understand the question.
Okay, so assume you have like in the perfect world, a system that can take any image or frame that includes, paper with a student's name, maybe their student number or ID number,
Yeah,
and the questions and answers, and then it could perfectly parse it. And then it actually answers it based on some guidelines provided by the instructor. So even assuming
exactly.
all of that is done perfectly, the question is like, how do you most efficiently capture all of these physical documents that you have? Is it going to be like, oh, you got to snap a picture
Camera.
of each page? Do you do like a maybe you do like a video? So you start a video recording and then just flip the pages and then it pulls out the frames for each of the students and then does the OCR on them.
That would be the easiest. Uh, input mechanism. Like you can take snapshots, pictures, but it would be tedious, I guess, if you have like say 100
Yeah,
students.
maybe a video.
Yeah, video could be it, or it could be that each students, um, you know, um, captures the image on his own, but that would make it like a bit
Yeah,
of a hassle.
yeah, that would be
The point
unlikely
is
then.
the OCR would detect or capture the ID and whatever automatically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting. So I guess I'm kind of skeptical that we'd be able to get it really good such that it could take just video frames,
Mhm.
but who knows? Like Gemini actually deals with videos. So I think it's possible we could test this out, but it's possible that you could use it for marking. Hmm. And then there's another question around, okay, so you get the marks, what do you do with them? Like, where do they go? Maybe they go into Blackboard or they go into some other software, or maybe they go into like a Google
Excel
Sheet
sheet or
or
whatever.
Excel.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to figure out like the integration side. And then the other one is also okay, like how do you is it necessary to physically mark the paper with the red ink? Because if it is, then you're kind of stuck, right? Are you gonna are you gonna do that? Unless you have like some hardware component, then it could potentially address capture too. Like you just feed it a stack of papers and then it figures out how to scan it and then physically mark it and return it. But obviously that's going to come with its own set of challenges.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe you mail the papers somewhere. Hmm. I
Or
don't
you
know,
could
man.
just generate like a tabular form or a JSON object for uh, teachers, or teachers can import it into Blackboard or
Hmm. Hmm.
whatever. Like thinking about the easiest form of like the fastest way to get it out, the fastest
Yeah, I mean,
feasible.
yeah. I mean, at the same time, you also need to consider that, like, at some point, universities are going to move to like purely digital means. At some point, I don't know. Like, this could take,
Of course,
a month. It could take like
yes, of
several
course.
years, but eventually, it's going to be entirely digital. In which case, like, what's the point
Yeah,
of your thing? So your thing is really just there
but
as a sort of a stopgap.
the cheating is always a challenge with digital means. So you'd have students be in a certain place, in a certain location where you can actually monitor them. I don't think that's going anywhere. I mean, I don't think universities will be able to invest so much to have computers for each student, a computer for each student taking the exam. It would be ridiculous. So it's paper maze, man.
Hmm. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put this down as an idea here. So auto mark student submissions. Let's turn that into a toggle. Turn it into toggle list. Okay, there. All right. So interesting idea. Um, we'll consider that. All right. So let's go back to the list again. And I kind of feel like a simple way to kind of go through, like go from a long list into a smaller list is just put pairs of these ideas together and just see which one you would rather
Yours
do.
is not okay. Yours is not really updated. Maybe try to refresh.
What do you mean?
It doesn't have all the ideas.
Mine? The
Yeah.
page?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Can you refresh? Maybe it will show.
I don't see anything.
How come?
There's your cursor.
My cursor is right here.
Yeah.
It's below it.
You see something
Oh, it
below
shows.
this?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's showing now. It used to show reviews aggregate as the last object.
Oh, yeah? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, cool. So, let's go through this list. Spam detector versus Arabic logo designer. I wonder where we got these ideas. These aren't ideas from search, right?
No, I don't
Entertainment,
think so.
hmm, Islamic content
The,
generator, job applier, job finder, Arabic legal documents, accountant assistant, and then reviews aggregator, savings.
this is this
Man, it's
is
getting vaguer and
basically like
vaguer. What does savings
like
mean?
I've removed it. It's basically the account assistant.
Oh,
So you just imagine like you have this assistant, and then you go like, you know what we did for Amal, the first version,
the one that hooks up to your bank and
WhatsApp, yeah,
analyzes your
and then
spending.
you, yes, yes. So it would be like a smart version of it, like, but this doesn't really access your bank or anything. It just keeps you like an assistant. You just give it, like, yeah, like Clay, yeah.
Right. Yeah, yeah, like Cleo.
You talk to it instead of messaging it.
Uh, oh man, this would be so easy to do now with AI.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be so much better. Hmm.
So
Okay.
tracking would
Um,
be easy. Like just imagine tracking every time you would wanna you pay for something, you either tell it or you scan, and it will automatically scan the bill basically.
yeah. No, I can see how that would work. It could also work automatically. Like you could hook up to SMSs. And if you had a way for accessing SMSs, then this could
Mm.
be like a quick way. I was actually thinking about this the other day when I was traveling. When I got back, I was like, okay, how am I going to like I have a bunch of SMSs from my bank telling me what I spent. What's the quickest way to get this into AI? So one super quick way is you just select all of the messages and then
Feed it to
like copy and then paste it. Because you have to manually click on each one. I guess this is maybe dependent on the phone, but like for me, you have to manually. There's no select all. Yeah, yeah, you have to manually. There's no export either. You just have to like manually click each message. Another way might be to do is screen recording. So similar to what we were describing earlier with taking a video of the photos of the exams or assignments. Maybe you could do a screen recording and then just scroll through the entire list, and then AI could then extract all the individual messages from the screen recording, and that's a super quick way to capture um, bulk data from something like your expenses. That would actually be interesting, but it's going to be a new behavior, so you kind of have to teach people that this sort of thing is actually possible. Hmm. All right, very interesting. I'm gonna add this as like a note under this one.
or you just authorize it to read your SMS. You
You can't
can.
do that, at least not in Apple. Maybe possible with Android.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Um, I think on iOS, you could actually create like a shortcut, kind of like Android Actions, which lets you read SMSs as they come in. Maybe. I don't know. We're worth exploring. Anyway, yeah, it sounds interesting, but I actually have no idea how that's going to work in practice. But okay, AI icon generator, kind of similar to Arabic logo designer. Um, Landing page generator. This was an interesting one. Make text more politically
We still
correct.
have two more up top. You skip two.
Drawing to design. Yeah, I forgot that. Reviews aggregator. What is
There
that?
were, so it would like you just feed it the link and it would just tell you what people actually think. So it's like it summarizes or it tells you the general vibe what people think of that product. So I'm willing to buy a product. I don't have time to go through all the reviews, and it should be able to tell like if this review is actually like fake or it's good, and it would tell you the general vibe, like what people like and what people don't actually. It could be just like an extension for Chrome, whatever. And then it would just read when you click it, it would read through the page and tells you what's really actually going on, like a summary. Like you don't have to go through the whole content.
How is this different from Fake Spot?
Mm, well, the fake spot tells you if the review is fake, but it doesn't tell you what people are actually saying.
I mean, it analyzes the reviews and then gives you a Fake Spot adjusted, and then it can extract also like it tells you. Um,
What the general vibe is.
yeah, yeah, it summarizes it too. Uh,
Ah, okay, I didn't know that.
Review summary, like it provides a review summary,
Hmm. Well, that if that exists, then
and it's
you can
free. So
remove the
I'm not
idea.
really sure how they
Yeah,
monetize. I think they probably get suppliers to pay them something,
I strike it through.
kind of like Honey.
It's by
But
Mozilla, so
yeah,
all right.
drawing to
Drawing to
design. Okay.
design. So this is like just it's like you drew something on paper, and the AI would kind of um, like imagine you have a concept of a logo or a house plan or whatever, and then it will be able to tell what that drawing is about, and it will adjust it accordingly, like enhance it basically, gives you an enhanced version of your handwriting. Say you draw a box, and then maybe you have a concept for a logo where you can't really convert that, like you don't have illustrator skills or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It will convert the drawing into something digital, digitized version of the handwriting. Yeah, an enhanced digitized version.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, I've seen a bunch of these examples with um, like these AI image models, which allow you to take a drawing of a room and then it creates the interior. So it turns it into like an actual render. And
Hmm.
yeah, I've seen
So
some
they exist.
examples. Like, I don't know if these are actual products. I'm pretty sure some of them are, but like each of those specific use cases that you're describing, I've seen a product for. So I've seen one for fashion, like you just sketch something and then it turns it into an actual like image of a dress. And then I've seen it for interior design. So you sketch a place or like some sort of room or house, and then it renders it. So it definitely exists, but I don't think that's necessarily a reason not to do it. Um,
Hmm.
I'm just kind of letting you know that this exists.
Okay. Private tutor AI is basically so you see how people are actually taking up courses like
Hmm.
private lectures, and so this basically so you hire up an teacher who's an AI,
Hmm.
and then you tell it, for example, explain this topic to me. It will go voice like, oh, and then you can give and take like, oh, I didn't understand how you added this variable to this variable. Can you further explain this to me? And then it would explain how we got it, and then you know what I'm saying, like a teacher, um, but it's AI powered. Like you don't have to hire an individual. Instead, you would book. So
Yeah.
I've worked on something similar like some time back. I worked on something called Teach Plus. So the
Mm.
idea was,
Before
you
the
know, you
AI
could book.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. So you would want. So it was like um, there is this general. Uh, so you have teachers at school, and then you have extra hours. So people would take up extra hours to understand certain topics at school,
Hmm.
even they didn't understand whatever the reasons are. And it's quite popular. Like people would take up private classes, private lessons, like a one-on-one thing. And so the way the application was working at the time is that we got a bunch of teachers sign up in the application, and then we got their time schedule, and then we provided it to, and then we gave exposure to students where they could book classes based on the available sessions provided by the teachers. And then they would meet up or do it over WhatsApp. That's something private to them.
Okay. I mean, so I can see why the AI angle would be like way better. I guess
Yeah.
maybe so people already know about ChatGPT, right? And ChatGPT has a voice mode where it can discuss pretty much anything. So the fallback, the thing that people can use, the alternative to using a specialized product is just using ChatGPT. So if you're going to create a specialized product, it's got to be better than ChatGPT in some way. Maybe it's integrated into the curriculum for a particular country, and so you don't have to think of topics. Like it just gives you a structured schedule with a personal tutor. So you have structure that you would not otherwise have with something like ChatGPT. Or maybe it's something else. Maybe it's um, maybe it has it could be something simple like just it's more organized. So you don't have to lose like a bunch of conversations inside ChatGPT. It's just more like the UI itself is more structured, and so it's easier for you to keep track of conversations and continue them. Uh, yeah, I'm just thinking about like what angle would make it better than existing, or what specific problem we'd be able to address. I mean, I'm not a private tutor. I don't know if you do private tutoring. Do you?
No.
Yeah, so I'm not very familiar with uh, the sort of problem space. We're not students, we're not private tutors, so we need to understand the space first before trying to come up with some sort of solution. But I don't have any particular insight on this. Um, but man, like education space, there's so much you can do. It's even in language learning. I've seen some crazy, mind blowing examples for language learning, like literally ChatGPT. Um, I can talk to ChatGPT now, and then I can have it help me out with learning a particular language. Here, check it out. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey, Yazin, how's it going?
Pretty good. I need your help learning Chinese. Can you tell me what goodbye in Chinese is? And then I want to practice it a few times.
Sure. In Chinese, goodbye is 再见. You can break it down into 再, meaning again, and 见, meaning to see. So it's kind of like saying, see you again. Want to give it a try?
再见. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Great job. You pronounced it well. Try saying it a few more times to get comfortable.
再见. 再见. 再见.
Great job, Yazin. You're sounding more confident each time. Keep practicing and you'll get even better.
See, that's what I mean, man. It's like it's so good. And it even if I mess up the pronunciation, it actually tells me, "Oh, you messed up this or that." So, like for language learning, I mean, it's well known kind of Many people know this that have actually tried to learn languages. Um, you're not just going to go around like randomly learning words from the dictionary and then suddenly wake up one morning and you can have natural conversations. The way to improve your language is to actually speak to people. And before, like you had to sign up to a platform like iTalk or something where you meet with someone over Skype and then you have a discussion. Maybe using something like Cambly. But now, man, AI is just so good that you don't need that.
Yeah,
You don't need that. Like, you literally don't need any of that. Um, Cambly was a site that I was just talking about. Man, Cambly is so good, and like, I think the majority of their customers are actually from the Middle East. Like, it's Arabic speakers trying to learn English, and it just hooks you up with like other English speakers, and um, you talk over Skype or something, and that's it. Like, that's how you learn. And I don't think they use AI at all. Maybe they've messed with it. I don't know, but yeah, they're killing it. And maybe there's an opportunity here that instead of you having to pay each time you have a call, you just have like unlimited calls for a fixed amount of time.
that's good. Yeah,
But then the
I
question is
like
like,
that.
are people actually doing this to meet other people or to learn the language? And that's probably what we need to figure out because it's not obvious. At least based on this image that I just saw. Where was it? Oh, that guy
Yeah, I get
hugging.
it. I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Maybe
I
they know
think they
something
have.
we don't. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah. So no, but I think maybe like a special version of this. Like in its generic form, it's not very compelling. But
mm,
if you specialize niche like language learning, oh man, now it's getting spicy, and it's still pretty early. You know, people can easily learn, and I think you can very quickly. I'd like to dig into the SEO for this language learning, especially for Saudi,
I
for a
think.
place like Saudi, learning English. What is the search volume on that? Like I can imagine it's massive.
So based on the lessons I've learned on when I was working on Teach Plus, is that you'd have this very wide spectrum of pay power. There are people who have the ability to pay.
Yeah.
There are people who don't.
Mm.
And usually, if you pull back and try to have a bird's eye view, um, students don't really have much buying power.
Yeah,
But
they don't unless they're
yeah,
Saudi.
but language, but language learning, I mean, languages in general, like you have
Mm.
access to different spectrums, like even parents would want to pay for their kids to learn. I
Bro,
used
yeah.
to, yeah, and I think there are many applications that allow like people to have privacy. But imagine if this AI was introduced and the prices could be like with AI, you could drop the prices massively. The only hurdle you have with current existing solutions is that they pay per hour, sorry, yeah, per session, because they need to pay the instructors.
Mm.
And that, so when you sign up, you'd have like a limited number of sessions. And it depends on the type of instructor you hire. So you have premium instructors, like the English is their first language, and then you have cheaper instructors where English is their second language. And yeah, so I can see how you can compete in this. Like you could drop the price massively, and people would want to have unlimited access. Obviously, I'm thinking about this like you pay like a subscription. You can use it whatever you want, anytime you want.
Bro, I think this could be I'm getting excited about this idea. Like the more we
Yeah,
talk
me
about
too,
this, the more
man.
excited I'm gonna get. I'm gonna give it the yellow background treatment, okay? Or
You give
I
it the
think it
red
deserves. You
because I'm
talking
feeling
red
excited
background?
about it too, man. Yeah,
Red is bad,
yeah.
man. Okay, yellow
Oh
means
yeah,
pay attention. Red means eliminated.
yeah,
Or maybe that's
orange.
what the red
Yeah, yeah,
is.
got it. Maybe we should change the OCR into green.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, definitely.
It's all about the details, man.
Yes. Green text. Oops.
It's daisy.
Okay. I don't know why you can't select the whole block. Okay, you can. I just need to. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Excellent. Maybe we actually move completed ideas to here. Completed.
Or in progress. Yeah, okay, completed, yeah.
Okay, so we had. Okay, so I'm just gonna move all of these guys down here and then delete this. Okay. All right, this is exciting. So AI icon generator? Nah, I don't know. Like we already discussed that. I'm not super excited about it. Landing
We
page
can merge
generator.
them with the, like you said about, you said merge an idea so that we should reduce the list a little bit. We
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
Arabic logo designer and the logo designer.
I
That's
actually think
basically the
we
same,
could get AI to clean this up by grouping ideas,
similar.
entertainment, education and learning. Okay. Professional tools. Okay. Design and creative tools. Text.
Smart.
SEO and analysis.
Give me a second. I'm coming back.
Sure,
Hold
yeah.
on.
All right. Are you back? Hello?
Yes,
Greetings.
for the cloggers.
All right, all right, all right. We are back. All right, excellent.
It
Excellent.
did a pretty good job.
What am I talking about? Oh man, my Notion has
The
crashed.
the
Okay.
categorization done by AI.
Yeah, it did so good it crashed. Let's bring it back up. This is pretty deep though. I mean this wisdom that I have here on my desktop. Um, I was
Yeah, I
wondering
was
when you
about to
would.
comment on it, but then I'm like, I should.
I made it, yeah. This is
Did you come
actually
up with
AI
it?
generated. I just asked it for a man wearing an orange jacket going up a mountain and then seeing another peak. So it's like
So you're constantly going up the scale.
true, true. Indeed. I don't know what's going on with his arm there. I think it got cut off and then he's kind of holding the stick with I don't know what happened there, but it's AI generated. This is I think it's Midjourney
Which
6.1, so it'll get better. It'll get better. Do you remember the craft that it used to generate like in the early versions? There's this video of the guy eating spaghetti. Will Smith eating spaghetti, and he's just his whole face is melting into it, and it was like one of those early video generation models. And now, man, you look at the video generation models; they're insanely, insanely good. Like it's hard to tell them apart from reality. Yeah, crazy times, man. All right, cool. So where's our yellow highlighted? Oh, there it is. There it is. That's what we need highlighted. That's going to be yellow. And then, so entertainment. All right, nice little stuff here. Automark student submissions. We talked about that. Islamic content generator, job applier, job finder, accountant assistant, Arabic legal documents, auto marketer. We don't even know who generated which ideas anymore. Maybe that's better. Spreadsheet
you
based
know,
AI workflow.
for the content generator for kids, I mean, what I've seen is that people just keep like a certain video or certain channel on YouTube and they keep it on loop. Um, that's how they make money. It's like they're the constant replays of the video, so they just display it to the kids and just have them, just like how the origin made it through. Like they had one or two clips and they kept running it through a whole day. So
They make
um,
money off ads,
yeah, I mean
YouTube ads.
because the viewers are constantly viewing the video, so the runtime or the playtime is massive. So
Yeah,
like
but
the
I think you're
numbers,
restricted from making. I
yeah,
don't know if it's
the
making
kids,
directed ads or making any ads on children's videos.
that I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. Like if you start to get like followings and followers, you can easily make paid content, um, collaborations with, I don't know, channels. You can sell the videos, whatever. And there are several income streams of the content generated, like especially for kids because the runtime is massive. So imagine the crap, and then you come on board and then you introduce something of value. Like you would spend time thinking of a constructive content, and then you would have AI generate either the videos for you, and then you could imagine the possibilities. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, my concern there is like, I actually thought about this before. You definitely hit the nail on the head with. I think it's definitely a problem for parents of kids,
yeah.
and it could be like Muslims. It could also be. I know Christians also have similar concerns about the sort of content that that their children are exposed to. So I was actually thinking about it when I was working on the fund purifier for MN Invest, and I was thinking, what if there was like a content purifier? So it's like you set the category of content that you want kids to avoid, um, and then it allows you to watch, and it watches with you, and then it proactively skips over content that you want to filter out. You know what I mean? Like you can have a version of YouTube where like videos themselves are modified so they skip over content that you don't want your kids to see.
It's like you have someone along, watching along to be able to, like, who's like your guardian.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm, it was a good one, yeah. You should add it like underneath, like a, or maybe we can change the title. That should be like a sub point. The content purifier. Yeah, okay.
There's another angle for this, which is Durio. Maybe you've heard of it. I'm actually an investor in this startup. They were part of our YC badge. So they actually go the other route, which is kind of similar to what you're describing. Initially, they would just create their own content, but now what they do is they they do both. So they create content, but they also license content, and then obviously like they make sure to license content that is consistent with Islamic values. So you're not going to see any objectionable content there. So it's kind of like Netflix or Disney Plus, but for Muslim kids. Yeah, their whole thing is it's ad free and safe, and it's also Islamic and fun. So they actually have content from many different channels, including like some on
Seems to be
YouTube
pretty
and
good.
etc. Some stuff that you won't even find on YouTube, like you might only find on Netflix or Disney. Yeah, that's kind of like the same sort of problem space, but different ways of attacking it. All right, spreadsheet based AI. I was actually pretty excited about this one earlier. Still kind of see that okay, maybe there's something that could be done here. Yeah, I mean, if I were to pick like my yellow thing, let's see. Arabic logo designer, AI icon generator, drawing to design. No, landing page generator. Landing page generator, I kind of feel like okay, that would be useful because landing pages were historically just so annoying and so time consuming to create. But man, after our last experience, like building the
Yeah.
Arabic OCR landing page with Lovable, that was like
So
five
we should
seconds.
we should we should strike through that.
Strike through it because yeah, you're basically
Yeah.
competing with like Lovable and Co. Not sure what's going on with the
Yeah.
image here. It's like it's laggy. Okay, now it's back. As long as I don't move. Okay, okay. It gets overwhelmed when I move. Interesting. All right, so this, how did it know it was executed? Very cool. Make text more politically correct. Jeeves AI. Yeah, that's just an
Jeeves
entertainment
AI,
thing. Yeah, yeah. That was just an entertainment thing. It's a funny one. I don't think we need this,
powered
really.
by GPT. Jeeves AI is powered by GPT.
What is?
Jeeves AI is powered by GPT. So
Jeeves
what's
AI?
this do?
I don't know what Jeeves AI is.
workflow, supercharge your workflow with use AI. Not sure what it
Workflow.
does. Ah, so it basically is like your personal assistant, I think.
No, it's like a collection of prompts for different use cases.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Hey, you know, so far we're almost an hour into the stream, and guess how many dropped frames we have?
5. Is it like a 5 in Arabic?
Zero, my friend.
Yeah, 0.
Zero. Um, yeah, man. The streamers are getting no,
Excited.
the streamers are getting a perfect viewing experience. Excellent. All right,
And
so
for free.
yeah, it's free. It's crazy what you can get for free these days. I mean, where else would you be able to sit in on like a conversation between two tech veterans discussing
One of the
random
smartest
AI
people on
ideas
earth.
and then, just executing them live right in front of you? Unbelievable. Nuts.
Exactly.
Nuts. With
We
all
didn't
due
find that in our
humility.
time, man.
What's that?
We didn't find that in our time.
No.
Yeah, feels like we're old.
Actually, the viewing experience is almost perfect, but half your face is cut off. So maybe if you could just
It's part of
move
it's
it back
part
in the
of
middle,
the it's part of the guess who I am. The,
the
like keep
mystique
our viewers engaged.
by not seeing half your face.
No, okay,
Okay.
they can see my pretty face anytime they like,
Maybe
but
it's like a hack. Okay, I see. I see what you're doing.
yeah, trick
All right, cool. So,
as
if I were to
Randi.
pick, if I were to pick, between, you seriously crossed out the landing page generator? Come on, man.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
why
Okay,
would you
people
keep
know
it
that Lovable can do it, but if you specifically target landing page
like
generation,
a niche
yeah,
for startups?
or maybe for start, yeah, you niche down. There you go, niche down, like startups. But startups don't have money, man. Uh, at least the startups that need a landing page generator, they probably don't have. Maybe. I mean, at the minimum, it would be useful for you and me. Maybe.
Yeah,
Okay. But suddenly I'm not so excited about the idea anymore. Maybe it's the fact
that's
that you
why I
crossed it
tried it
out.
through, man.
Yeah.
No, it is not like you got whatever. Yeah,
Okay. I'm thinking auto marketer sounds very interesting.
okay.
So it
Well,
takes
I
in
think I
raw
know what.
materials and it pumps out useful posts on LinkedIn, Twitter. Um, yeah, I can see
Guys,
this working.
that's actually that's actually good. It's actually
But the,
very,
the,
very,
the
very good.
question there is like, what is the raw material? What do people use? Where do people add their scratch material or stuff that you can use as raw material for mining, potential posts? Um, yeah, what would that even look like? I mean, if there were people doing streams like we're doing a stream here, maybe something we say is super interesting, and then it could use that as material for a post. Okay, so that's pretty obvious. But most people don't have like they're not running around their day with a microphone and camera pointed at their face. So where are you gonna get the raw materials from?
Um, One
Could be,
obvious way to search it, to Google, not Google it, but to search for it.
yeah.
Like just imagine asking ChatGPT, for example, to find the resources for a certain topic,
Yeah, I know,
and
but
then
then it's not authentic. Like I think what you don't want to is, random garbage posting. I feel like the angle that's more important is something that's authentic, something that's you. So, like we could have this conversation and then, my Twitter automatically posts, "Oh, I was talking to a friend and then, we came up with this random idea that would be so cool if someone implemented it. And here's the idea. And maybe it's one of the things that we're not implementing, or that we just randomly talked about but probably won't be working on soon. So that's valuable, and at the same time, like, it's authentic because it actually happened. So something like that,
I get your point. Yeah.
stuff that comes out of random conversations or just random email responses, or I guess stuff happening on the screen.
So the trick would be to find valuable resources to get insights off from. So that will be like the first thing that comes to mind would be like forums, like Reddit, whatever. People where people are
No, but
actually
for
talking to
you,
each other.
like, the point isn't to share random insights. The point is,
No, but it's um, specific like say for example we're talking about converting a drawing into a design. I would want to know if people are actually talking about this, like mentioning it as a problem. Do
bro,
people?
I just got an idea that had nothing to do with what you just said. But
You're not listening. No,
okay, so
go on, tell me.
okay, so this idea. Um, okay, so the point is, like, every one of us has some knowledge about some particular topic.
Yeah.
And but when it comes time to actually post about the thing on Twitter or on LinkedIn, you just blank out. You're like, what am I going to write about, right? I don't even know what I'm going to write about that people are going to find valuable. But what if you get into a phone call or like a podcast simulation with an AI host who asks you a bunch of questions and does it in a way that's engaging. So you're just having a conversation. You're just having a chat with this AI that's, engaging with you and exploring, like, in depth particular topics that people might find interesting. And then when you're done hitting record with, or when you end the call with this AI, podcast host, suddenly you have a treasure trove of material that it can just automatically post on your behalf.
You know what? You know the movie Despicable Me?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I do.
Whiteboard.
Let me just
Whenever he
write
gets an
down the
idea, he
idea
goes
before
like,
before you just
"Word
completely
vanished."
derail my train of thought and then deflate all of the
No,
energy
no,
that I just exhibited.
no. His name is Gru, so he would say like light bulb. Like a good idea.
That's what you wanted to. So you're saying it's a good idea?
Yes, yes. It's actually very good idea.
Oh man.
It hit deep, man. It hit really deep because I think it's a genuine problem. Like every time you come up with something and then you embark into taking an action and then suddenly you don't know where to start. It's like you're overwhelmed with so many thoughts in your head and so many perspectives. You just want or someone or basically something that helps you clean up your head and narrow down the ideas into actionable steps. Okay, I'm gonna start one, two, three, four. It's like dumping your garbage and then filtering through, cleansing, structuring, and then executing.
Okay, I feel like you're
Yeah.
describing a different idea, which is more like an
No, no,
AI
no.
therapist.
No, no, not a therapist. I'm talking about when you have like business coach. Yeah, kind of a business. Well, a business coach kind of tells you what to do and what not to do. But the one I'm talking about, which is the one you mentioned, it's like it's just like a conversation that helps you narrow down, you know, um, the stuff in your head. It's an idea. You have an idea, but you don't really know where to start. It's like it's easy to start in your head, but when you start to apply it practically, you feel like you're all over the place.
Hmm. You know what would be sick is if the AI doesn't actually tell you what to do, but just prompts you or
Exactly.
nudges you with, like, specific questions because you
Thank you.
probably
Yeah.
already know the answer. And
Yeah.
you don't
You
want like
just
a
need
generic AI to tell you, oh, you should do this or that or some other thing because
exactly,
God knows what it's
exactly.
trained on, right?
Yeah, that's why I said it's not the business coach. It's just like it doesn't tell you what to do. It just like directs you. It helps you decide, that's all.
Helps you get clarity. Oh, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I
I
like it
like
very
that. Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Could even be called clarity with a
Oh
K.
my God, that's a good name.
Clarity.
Yeah, with a K,
Clay.
man.
Clarity. See the word play over the clarity.
Or maybe instead of a C, a K, and then clarity, you know?
Clay.
Cla
Okay.
clar
Maybe the name doesn't. It needs
It
work.
doesn't
The
matter.
name needs
Yeah.
work. Yeah, yeah. Okay. But I see where you're getting, and I kind of feel like okay, this is very interesting. This is a man, like if you can build something like that, and we could probably build something like that very quickly, but that would
I
be
think
so
you can
exciting.
merge the two. Don't you think? Like
With this
Automatica
one?
and
No, not really. Not really. I kind of feel
based
like
on
this is more specifically for content generating because a lot of people, me included,
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it's you, maybe it's not, like we just lurk way too much, you know? I imagine if you imagine just sort of high level, like there's a spectrum. And on one end of the spectrum is people that consume way more than they produce. And on the other end of the spectrum is people that produce more than they consume.
Mm.
And I feel like there's so many people, 99% of people are on the left side, maybe 99.9%. You know, you should
Which
be
side is it?
producing more content
Okay.
instead of consuming
Then
more.
consuming.
But
Yeah.
it's just very difficult. It's just, it feels intimidating.
You know, I've read this somewhere. I can't remember where, but it's easier to get lazy. Like it's in us, like the human anatomy. It's easier for us to feel lazy and get lazy than be active. In that sense, social media, for example, allows you, as you mentioned earlier, to be on the left side of the spectrum. Like you would be consuming more than generating content, meaning there's so much out there that helps you consume, but
Yeah.
not create.
It's so easy. Yeah. To consume more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Cool. So I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. I don't know about you, but I'm getting excited about this auto marketer idea. So that's
We
gonna be
got we
my
got
yellow one.
few like we got few exciting stuff, man.
Yeah. Um, okay, cool. So we got so okay, now's the moment of deciding. We have private tutor AI and then auto marketer. Spreadsheet is also interesting, but we'll probably keep it for later. Um, but yeah, between these two, maybe we should for these two, we should probably check the SEO. What do you think?
Yes,
Yeah, because
agreed.
that's gonna tell us like if there's a home run here, you know, that's where we need to start. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got. We've got keywords explorer. Um, okay, so maybe we just start with like private or AI language. No. Let's search Saudi. Learn English. Maybe. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's super hard.
How to learn English.
The volume is,
Small. Why is it so
yeah,
small? There's something wrong. Maybe we're using so
English. Maybe it should be in Arabic. تعلم إنجليزي.
right. Okay. تعلم إنجليزي. Bro, what's going on? There's only
Try
like
إنجليزي alone.
one Algerian guy and one Moroccan guy who
Can
searches
you try
Egypt.
إنجليزي without تعلم؟
زخرفة
آه.
إنجليزي احترافية. سبتمبر أي شهر إنجليزي؟
Translate.
Hmm.
It's very popular. عمر مرموش.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, parent topic إنجليزي is 14K. اللغة الإنجليزية. Okay. ترجمة. That's number one. Really? No one wants to learn?
Translation.
تعلم الإنجليزية. Okay, so maybe we look at this page and then see which keywords it's getting.
Okay.
تعليم اللغة الإنجليزية 1.4K volume.
So people actually search directly for Duolingo. They've done a pretty good
In
job
Saudi,
marketing
yeah.
themselves.
This is in Saudi. 18K, wow. That's more than Ingilizi on its own. Wow,
Yeah, it's
that's
massive.
amazing. So, yeah, you're right. They're searching for Duolingo. Interesting.
And most of the links, Duolingo, there's so many Duolingos in there.
This is the same link.
Yeah, yeah, but like the
You mean the
keyword
search
is just
terms?
in
Yeah,
Arabic.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. تعليم English.
Oh my God. تعليم لغة الإنجليزية ابتدائيا من الصفر مجانا.
Yeah, I mean these are crumbs. Duolingo.
Duolingo. Duolingo is interesting.
Bro, Duolingo, that's where it's at. Wow, okay. All right.
What if we look
Interesting.
for تكلم إنجليزي متعلم.
Oh, smart. That's smart. Let's check it out. So then we're moving away from,
The noise.
okay, now it's zero.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
There are no related terms
Mm,
even? Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
But what about speak? Like when you write it in English. Speak English.
1K? No way, man. No
What
one
about we narrow
cares.
it to Saudi?
This
What
is
about we
Saudi,
narrow
man.
it to? Oh,
Yeah, we're searching Saudi.
oh my God, it's terrible. How to speak English fluently. English, English.
بالإنجليزي is 5.3K. English. Okay, so just English. Learn English? Okay. Super hard 1.8. Okay, wow. That's how to learn English 500. Search suggestions. Wow. Look at the difficulty on that, man. And the search volume is just not worth it. Whoa. Okay.
What about like the search suggestions for um,
Wait, Cambly.
or maybe نطق?
Bro,
Oh,
7.3K.
but the Duolingo is even better.
Yeah, I know. But Cambly is specifically about speaking.
Speaking, yeah, نطق. What's about نطق? Try نطق.
نطق ايش؟ نطق انجليزي؟
إنجليزي.
No way,
Hmm.
man. No one says that.
Check.
So,
Uh,
but wait, Cambly. Let's see. Okay, so Cambly, man, Cambly Kids is 1.3K. Okay, this is only Saudi. Nuts. Whoa. Okay. All right, so Cambly, and then we look at um. Wow, they're killing it in Turkey. Turkey and Brazil and Japan. Saudi is number six. Wow.
it's 3%. They're global.
And then there's Cambly. كيف ألغي اشتراكي في Cambly? Okay, so if we look at related terms, تعلم اللغة الإنجليزية 6.3K, 1.9K there. So they're specifically searching for Cambly. Huh, okay. That's gonna be tricky.
It's very tricky.
I mean, you could go after like these terms, but there's no search volume, man.
It's terrible.
1.1K, 1.9K. Like the best one is 4.6K, and it's a keyword difficulty of 28.
I don't go back. Go back. I think I've seen something interesting in there. Hold on, hold on. Hmm. So I'm thinking about. mm, Okay, no, never mind.
Oh, what is it?
So we have actually. So we kind of have to. So that learn English, and then there's a niche. Learn English for kids. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like you got two branches there. It's either for kids or it's generic. Um, like kids have certain traffic, which is okay. I mean, it's bad, but like there are people searching for kids, specifically things
It's
for
pretty
kids.
easy, actually. It's got a keyword difficulty of one.
Yeah. So kids, it's like it's available, but though the traffic is a bit low, but it's actually, I mean, there is actually a specific search for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And compared to the generic one, it's easier to get into.
Yeah.
Um, so I think there is something there.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe so search volume is pretty low, but maybe there's an opportunity. I mean, right now, number one result is Cambly Kids. Um,
So if you
and then
could rank
languages
along
are,
Cambly, I think you could get a competing chance because competing for English or learning English is very difficult. Like according to the difficulty, it's way hard and it's very difficult.
oh, wow. They've got,
It's dedicated.
oh, wow. They got pinks. This is gonna be hard to compete with, my friend.
It is.
I mean, okay, so there's the question of price. They don't mention price anywhere. Uh,
That is session based. Like depends on the number of sessions you. It's like you top up your account and then you consume the
yeah, yeah,
internet.
yeah. Yeah, I see. And then they have this kids safe seal. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, man. I mean,
I think we
maybe.
can also explore the other idea as well. And then like we should feel the general vibe comparing the two, how we feel about both of them.
Yeah. We should move to the other idea as well. So this one, we're talking about like 700 for kids. So SEO analysis. We've got 700 for kids. What was the specific term? This. And then Cambly, Duo, Lingo, branded searches dominate. But maybe that just means that people are hearing about these guys somewhere else, like
Yeah.
maybe a YouTube video or an ad or a billboard or something, and then they're searching for them. So it could hint at, SEO not being the uh,
Primary
the
source
the
of,
best channel. Yeah.
yeah.
They're probably hearing about this from somewhere else.
Well, I know for Duolingo, and they were aggressive. I remember like their videos used to show up a lot on YouTube, um,
Yeah,
for the app
Cambly
basically.
too.
And
Cambly have some sick
yeah,
sick ads that they do in Saudi. Okay, cool. Very interesting. So, all right, it shows some promise, but it's definitely not a home run. Let's go
yes.
to Auto Marketer. Oh man, it's gonna
I mean,
be
based on SEO, like,
how to post on, like, this is probably gonna be, so this is gonna be more global. It's not gonna be regional. Um, Wait, man, we didn't check China. Wait, I don't think China would be on the list. Yeah,
yeah, we didn't find it the last time.
yeah. Where else? Like, okay, so for Cambly, um, Turkey's number one. So maybe we look at, okay, so in ne kadar
Easy.
Cambly Fiat. Okay, so we want to see what learning learning English is in Turkish.
Turkey,
Shiviri. Shiviri. Is that what it means?
English, 1.4 million.
Yeah, no way. What is that? Oh, that's translation. So if we go,
Learn English.
okay, that's what we need.
Teşekkür ederim.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's it. 2.7K. That's,
Very little.
yeah. Man, that's weird.
Like you would
Why?
expect this to be like a, you know, highly, looked for topic.
Hmm. Quizlingo. As you notice that the search volume again for Cambly is way higher
Yep.
than 2.7K. Way higher. So, but look, I mean, on the press side,
What if
like the
what
keyword
what if
difficulty is pretty low. So,
what if you search for learn Arabic?
okay. I would suspect that's pretty low, way lower.
Yeah.
400. What about other languages? What would they want? Chinese?
I think English is the primary. French is poop.
French?
I don't think French for Turkey is something people look for.
Yeah. Hmm.
What if we search for learn Arabic in Saudi?
In Saudi?
Yeah, like just learn
Oh, the
Arabic
English
in
term.
Saudi.
Yeah, I thought it was some sort of trick. Okay, 1K search volume. It's pretty bad.
And it's hard.
The highest is in the US. Hmm, interesting. 39. Duolingo. Man, they're dominating. Huh, actually, why are we doing this? Instead of trying to do that, like we should just search for um so learn and then let's say yeah, with all these presets. Splash learn. Wait, what? What happened?
In the US
Oh,
though,
search term. Yeah, yeah, I need to consider it. So learn. Let's see. Non-branded, non-local. Let's go learn, play and learn. Let's go learn. Best app to learn Spanish. Okay, that's 4K. So Spanish is like number one. I don't know what let's go learn is. Learn math
but
fast.
that's in the US. Like try to search in the Saudi.
Yeah, then it's not going to be learn, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be تعلم. Chinese. تعلم
Mm,
اللغة الصينية.
it's very low though.
Yeah.
But there is something there. Look, it's zero. Like it's easy to compete.
Yeah, for the
We don't
crumbs.
have to target massive, yeah, like small crumbs. They yield like big crumbs. But I'm
Yeah, I
surprised
can definitely see like
English.
potentially, building an app specifically for this and like a custom landing page specifically for this keyword. Yeah, we could definitely dominate this this keyword. I mean, the first result is like a YouTube video. Are you kidding me? Huh. Yeah, it's a course. Yeah, and then but I don't think we'd get like the entire list. Like there'd be a subset of people which are interested in learning online. Maybe some people prefer going to a physical location and then attending a class. So, possibly, but it doesn't get my juices flowing. Uh, but if we remove the keyword difficulty, let's see what happens. Oh, it's the same thing. There's just no interest in learning, man, or at least not this specific keyword. Um, not, not maybe.
Still,
Nope. Maybe إنجليزي.
yeah, that would yield something.
ثالث ابتدائي.
Why
معهد إنجليزي.
the
Okay. Okay, so they're searching for
offline?
معهد إنجليزي. Keyword difficulty is pretty low.
It's easy to dominate this.
أقرب معهد إنجليزي من موقعي بالرياض جدة. Oh, yeah, but the problem is like what they're searching for. You're offering something other than what they're searching for.
Yeah,
So maybe you could do like a bait and switch, put it in the title and then they click on it and then you try to convince them that, oh, you don't actually don't need it. Maybe.
We prove that this is good is better than the Mahad.
Maybe. But then, you got to accept that a small percentage of people are actually going to proceed. Interesting. So we'll note that finding down. Um, what was it? 1.5K? 3.5K.
Three.
I mean, not huge. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting.
Or
All right.
Ta'aruf is pretty huge, which could
This is,
mean
yeah,
nonsense.
okay. I just kind of randomly want to check Qatar. I don't know why. Maybe because I went there recently. I just kind of feel like maybe, we're sleeping on a ملح
Jim,
إنجليزي. What is that? What's ملح إنجليزي,
dude,
man?
Trev, it's only 600.
Yeah, I mean, for a country of Qatar's size, that's massive. uh, okay, so let's go with تعلم. Nothing, man. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Like nothing kind of stands out. So
But the
3.5K
idea is
and
good.
the what?
The idea is good. But the problem is there's not enough
There's a
juice.
bit of a learning
Well,
curve.
actually,
You need to
there
teach
is, there is,
people.
but
Mhm.
it's mostly just Cambly and Duolingo taking in all the
Man,
fun.
Cambly should get all over this, the whole AI thing. But it's gonna disrupt them, so maybe they're the incumbents. Who knows? All right. All right, all right, all right. So okay, so auto marketer. The problem is like again, we kind of have a similar challenge with auto marketer. Like people don't even know this sort of thing exists. So we need to search for a more generic term that people probably think they want, and then we need to do the whole bait and switch thing that we were describing earlier.
Like you would start searching for. Well, it's what Href tells you. Well, this is what people are actually looking for online.
Uh yeah, I'm just gonna lift my desk. I think it's good that we stretch. Been
Yeah,
it's been an hour and a half.
I need to get me the
Okay, let me just mute the mic. Okay, that's better. Oh. Okay, so auto marketer, what are you going to be looking for? You're probably going to be looking for, I don't know, some sort of AI marketing tool. Um,
content generator.
AI, yeah, AI marketing tool or content generator.
You could be looking for um, article publisher.
India, that's where AI Twitter post generator. Social media post generator. Hmm. Interesting. AI writer, that's more generic. AI social media post generator, that seems to be like the category. Caption generator? Interesting. AI
What's
caption generator. So you feed it like an image and then it generates a caption for Instagram?
why? Oh, okay. I see. I see how that could be used.
I mean, there is some, like you see AI social media post generator. I think that's, yeah, that's probably what it is. But, it's pretty weak. 4.6K globally. Bro, what's going on with my Notion? It's just jammed again. Where'd it go? Okay. And it's 4.6K with 36 difficulty. Yeah, it's not great, man. So maybe 1.9K for US. That's the relevant bit. The problem is
We
like
could just
difficulty is high too.
we could search for the keywords and see which ones come with
Oh yeah.
less difficulty.
So let's do post generator. Let's see. Facebook post generator. AI blog post, discussion post.
Try to go for article generator too. Oh, there's zero difficulty in there. Drive social media lawsuit.
What is drive social media? Lawsuit? Okay, lawsuit obviously not relevant.
Jobs, social media jobs.
Content creation. That's interesting.
Can we see which countries?
But man, just 1K?
There's content creation 11K
Where?
right below. Go back. Yeah, there.
Yeah. This?
No, no, there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right hand side.
Content
What
creation.
about content creator? The difficulty stuff. The content creator. There's another one.
But then you're trying to search for how to
The
be a content
individual.
creator or a specific
Yeah,
person to create content for you. But that's not what this is. I guess,
this is
okay, it
not what
is.
it is.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of a content creator.
It's relevant. It's a
Oh,
smart content
yeah, yeah.
creator.
Content. Yeah, yeah. I see it. I see it. Content creator, 26K US. What's the difficulty? 47. Wow. Yeah, big volume, but man, the difficulty. Wow.
I feel like I just have this feeling that there is something in here. We just need to look for it. I just have this feeling that we may need to think outside of the box a little bit. Content creators like the obvious approach. Um,
I think SEO is not what we like. Again, it's not saying it's not a good idea. It's just that it could be that okay, you create the thing and people go crazy over it and then it starts spreading like wildfire. But that's basically you hoping for a miracle. The question is like how you can be a bit more deliberate instead of just hoping for a miracle. You try to figure out where demand is and then you just have to meet the demand.
yes.
So maybe it's partnering with uh maybe it's partnering with people that are already popular on social media platforms like Twitter or LinkedIn. Hmm. Mm-mm.
Can you search for blog post generator or whatever? Like the keyword blog generation.
There's AI blog post generator, but that's only 1.5K.
Can you search the Arabic مقال?
مدونة
Yeah, مدونة مقال, something like that.
I see him in Saudi, right?
What about, let's see. What about the word key, right?
What? Right?
Yeah, but
In
you have
uh
to
in US?
global. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Article writing.
Hang on. I'm just gonna get my tea.
Sure. Hmm.
Oh man, it's already 11.
Yeah. Idea
Time flies when
generation
you're having
always takes
fun.
time.
What's up?
Idea generation always takes time.
It's not even idea generation, man. It's just this SEO crap.
Yeah.
I think we spent more time on the SEO crap than we did on the actual idea selection. Well, between these, what was the difficulty on this? Like, I feel like okay, auto marketer sounds more generic, but if we if we find a way to communicate this effectively, either on LinkedIn or on Twitter, and maybe this could be like a properly done demo video that just really, really shows the value, then it could pick up that way. Like, it doesn't necessarily need to be SEO. I feel like SEO is not the best channel for this. For when you're creating new things that people might not necessarily already be searching for.
No, yeah.
Yeah, there might be like some specific tools for SEO analysis. Like, okay, so SEO, so content creator, maybe Ghostwriter. Ghostwriter. Wow, 15K. Hire a ghostwriter. Okay. Are you familiar with ghostwriting?
Nope.
Yeah, so define ghost writing. Write material for someone else who is the named author.
Ah,
So there,
okay.
yeah, there's a social
Plagiarism.
media ghostwriting. Oh, okay.
It's like what presidents do. Like these speeches are written by somebody else, someone
Yeah.
else.
So maybe this is the word. I mean, look at that. 15K.
Massive. Well, they
59
know what the
difficulty
word
though.
means. Well, they know what they're looking for. Like they have a word for it. But for Saudi, what
Yeah.
do they search for?
No, it's not going to be Saudi, man.
No, no. I'm just saying. Like it depends on the region.
Well, this is not, I don't think this would be a region specific thing. I think it would be more like a global thing. Probably US
Okay.
based. Yeah, yeah. This would be US focused. It's not regional. So Ghostwriter, um, writerservices.net. What is a ghostwriter? How to be a ghostwriter. What does it go? How to become a go? Okay.
But the difficulty is hard.
Oh man, 100?
Terrible.
Writerservices.net? What is that? It's literally there in
Check it.
the. So someone pays you to write a book? Oh, that's kind of sad though, right?
Yeah.
Your name doesn't end up on the book and someone else takes credit. Oh man. But I guess you get paid well, so there's that. Maybe that's okay. Critiqued. I mean, yeah, they'll probably call it a critique, but maybe the primary service is actually writing the book for you. There it is. Book writer services. Oh, there's Fiverr too. Yeah, I remember you talked about like potentially using Fiverr or one of these marketplaces um for
Finding
finding potential clients.
potential. Yeah.
Oh, right. Your memoir, autobiography, or nonfiction book. 30,000 words ebook writer. Abu Huraira for $40.
Oh my God.
You can do that yourself for $4.
Yeah, but look at the reviews. Like, sorry, yeah. So you can only review if you've purchased the service, and you can see that like you got
They're pretty
massive
happy.
numbers in there.
They probably don't even read their own book that they're supposed to have written.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe so ghostwriting sounds interesting, but let's see. Ghostwriter, what are ghostwriting offers? Ghostwriting services. Wow, man.
They get it. It's a book
So you
and
give them an
you
idea. What are you
you
doing? Like,
publish
what's
a
your
goal.
contribution as an author? Is it just paying the ghostwriter?
Yeah,
This is so
paying
bad,
and
man.
putting your name on it. I didn't know ghostwriting existed. I mean, it's quite popular.
Yeah, the search volume's pretty substantial. What? Lean startup? No, no
Yeah,
way, man.
it's written by Rogers.
No. Why is Eric Ries wrote the book, right?
Yeah,
Seems like his input was not actually writing the book. Maybe he just gave them the idea. Well, they do say book editing too, so maybe they do
they've
editing.
done the editing for him.
Oh, wow.
Is Eric Ries still alive?
Yeah, he's working on a stock exchange or something. The long-term stock exchange. I don't know if he's still doing that actually. Miami Ghostwriters. Interesting, interesting. Okay, it kind of seems like maybe ghostwriting is the thing, but um, search volume is okay. It's pretty difficult. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not seeing an obvious way here. Ghostwriter, LinkedIn, maybe.
Feels like we're trying to make Href work with the idea,
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's basically what we're
but
trying to do here.
uh, for the obvious keywords, it's not. Href doesn't like indicate much volume, and it like pretty much. I think for the ideas we came up with. I don't think Href would be, would have a value that of like I don't know.
LinkedIn post template. Okay, but search volume is crap. Oh man, I don't know. I'm not seeing this. Not seeing this get anywhere. It was a bit disappointing. So we're at the 2 hour mark now. Oh, why was it red? Seemed like the mic volume was just going crazy. Okay, we're at the 2 hour mark now, and we are in the process of doing like SEO analysis for so it's ghostwriting. For the two ideas that we narrowed down to, and I think we need to make a call. So unless you have anything else that you'd want to search for, um, we need to make a decision. Kind of feels like SEO is not going to have a hand to play with any of this, like the auto
Yeah,
marketer
most
idea.
cases.
Maybe here, like if we tackle this one, like I think it easy, or potentially this one, super small,
It's
but possibly. Um, and then maybe there are a bunch of other sort of similar small long tail keywords that we can target in
that
different
work.
countries
Yeah,
for different languages. Maybe
that
this could
could
work. Maybe this could.
collectively, yeah, create a volume.
You collect all the crumbs and maybe you get like a sandwich.
And honestly, I feel like I'm more leaning towards the private tutor uh, more than the other one, the content
Maybe it's
generator. I
your
feel like
history with
for
Learnido and
no, not really. I just feel like um, you know there are basically very limited options for users. So it's either
mhm.
Cambly or Duolingo. So what if you introduce another option in there, and then people can explore?
Yeah,
Um,
Duolingo is basically the non-human version, and then Cambly is the human version.
mhm. Well, even the way Duolingo kind of approaches learning is different. It goes like flashcards and stuff like that. That's the way it's. So we're talking about Cambly. So I don't think Duolingo competes directly with Cambly. Duolingo is kind of teaches you step by step from ground zero to building up your skills along the way in a gamified version, in a gamified approach.
Hmm.
And then you'd have Cambly where you need to talk to people and just enhance your speaking skills. So it's kind of two different tools for two different steps in the learning process. Um,
There's this I think the only real way that you're going to learn is actually practicing. There's this guy, what's his
yes.
face? What's his name? I think Lenny Lewis. Lenny Lewis? Language learn. Yeah, Benny Lewis. Benny Lewis. Okay, he's the guy. Benny Lewis. Oh yeah, fluent in 3 months. That's his course, I think. Basically,
Hmm.
his whole thing is like you should you should go to a country and
Convert.
then like start talking, yeah, in the language that you want to learn. And if you spend enough time, you'll eventually get really good, and you can just do it. So
Mhm.
he learned like I don't know 20 languages or something. So yeah, that's kind of from what I've heard, that's the approach that works. And I've heard this from a bunch of people. So yeah, it seems like the only way is practicing, like practicing the actual language. And so,
Like imagine if you have like a tool that's quite affordable and you'd have like a subscription, monthly subscription that people like imagine like it's Netflix for speaking,
mhm,
and then you'd like pay a subscription, like say $10, and then you get to speak with any person anytime you want. Well, they don't know if it's a person or not, but you can converse with them, and then it would generally tells you at the end of each conversation how good you've. It would basically rate you how good you are.
yeah.
Like I
Uh,
can see.
The guy actually doesn't have his own courses. It seems like he just links out to other people. So maybe we could just connect with he has Duolingo too. He just
Okay,
links out to them. So maybe we could just talk to him and tell him, "Hey, listen, here's oh, his only thing is like a one-on-one consultation. Favorite courses for learning, blah 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 blah." Very cool.
yeah. Compared to the content writing, I feel like um, content writing may be catered towards maybe authors and stuff, but I don't know.
This is going to be, I'm probably going to do auto marketer anyway. I think it's more
Mm,
like it's more demo oriented. I don't think it's SEO. I don't think SEO is the right channel for the auto marketer. You need some sort of compelling demo and then maybe post it to a bunch of different networks, and that's how you
hmm.
get people to sign up and
Yeah,
potentially subscribe. But yeah, I agree. I kind of feel like this is probably a better fit for us. Maybe we just focus on this plus other long tail keywords, and that's how we're gonna kill it.
I mean even like the auto marketer. I think it's. I mean thinking about it, um, also has I feel like a pretty good potential. Like imagine where you're able to um, market for your own product automatically. Like you just ask the AI to market your stuff, and it starts generating articles in a timely fashion. It will start, tweeting, replying to tweets. I think it will take a lot of people out of jobs because Fiverr has pretty good list when it comes to ghostwriting and marketing and managing social media stuff. And that's something that can be done easily. So I think both ideas are pretty good.
But which one would you want to start with? Which one would you say it's easier to start with?
I think the
That
private tutor.
kind, yeah, exactly. It kind of gives you access to users easier
Sorry,
than,
bro. One sec. I just got to take this.
yeah, yeah. You might want to mute your mic. All right, so I think he forgot his mic, so we better keep talking to not ma- make it feel awkward. And it's anyway. So let's think out loud. So we have the private tutor. I feel like it gives us easier access to users. Maybe it's very easy to penetrate the market, while the ghostwriting has a lot of competition.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're still talking?
we-
Who are you
yeah.
talking
We.
to?
I was talking for a reason, not to hear your phone call. I figured maybe it
Phone
could be
call?
private or something, so I had to keep talking.
Wow. I super
To
appreciate that,
jam,
man.
to
I mean,
noise.
that's the sort of
Yeah,
th- that's the sort of stuff you'd hear about, in like the old days when people had like I don't know how to
had your
say this.
back.
When people had like
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
chivalry, maybe ethics. No, not really
Oh
ethics.
man,
I wouldn't say
yeah.
ethics.
No, I understand. I understand. Don't worry about it. So basically, what I'm saying is that, like, so I was talking to the viewers. I was saying something like, comparing the two, which one is easier, like, to penetrate the market, which one would be faster? I mean, I feel like for the auto marketer, there's a lot of like um, work that has to be done on the convincing level of user, because there's a lot of buzz going on about AI generated content and stuff. So it's kind of challenging to some extent to actually get into the space. While the private tutor, I feel like the
Like
market
there's going
is
to
a
be a lot of
little bit,
skepticism. I feel like that needs to be overcome.
yeah,
And that's why I think like a
yes, yes,
landing page or SEO is not the right way to go about doing it because you're going to be skeptical
yeah, it
going
has
in.
to be,
But if you
exactly,
see
it
a
has to be
compelling
proven.
demo,
Yeah,
then maybe like maybe the demo is enough to push you over. And if it addresses the concerns that are in your head, like if it right out the bat says, I know you think this is rubbish or this is crap, but trust me, check this out, and then blah blah blah. So maybe you
yeah,
could address
yeah,
the challenges that way, free trial or
yeah, at
something.
least to
I don't
get
know.
them, yeah, to get them to move to trying it out, like to get
Yeah,
it out of the skepticism to actually testing it out.
yeah, I agree. So, yeah, probably something we could do next, or perhaps the next idea after
Yeah,
that. Yeah, and it doesn't,
sure.
we're not saying never. We're just saying not right now.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay, it's pretty good. Awesome, cool. All right, so we know what we're going to be doing. I think this would be the next idea. So let's create a page for it. This is going to be the language tutor. Yeah, it's not even a tutor. Like it's more like a phone buddy. I don't know what it's gonna be. Like we probably need tutor slash talk buddy.
Yeah, that's more like, I like the talk buddy more than I language tutor.
Yeah. And so the point is like it's not necessarily the content itself, but it's the fact that you're practicing. Um,
Yes.
but man, there's so many questions about like how we're gonna structure this. Yeah, sure. The core part of it is gonna be like you talking to an AI. But what about everything else, right? What is the actual UI? Well, what is it going to be? Is it going to be
Yeah.
lessons? Is it going to be like random check-ins whenever you feel like it? Is it going to be an app or website? I don't know. There's so many questions we need to figure out. Um, but it's exciting. Like it's a green field, and you have complete freedom
It's
to
it's like
explore.
I like to think of it like it's a challenge that we need to break down
Yeah,
and make it not feel like a challenge.
I thought you were gonna say something
What a
deep.
wise word I've said. Oh my God.
I don't know. I was waiting for it, and then you just stopped.
Yeah, adrenaline rush.
Anyway, cool. Alrighty, man. Um, I think we should just wrap it up here and then pick it up on the next chat.
Absolutely,
In the
yeah.
meantime, we could probably just sort of research the space a little bit, kind of
Yeah,
understand the different. Maybe Cambly, maybe signing up to Cambly would be a good first step. Is just understand how they go about doing it, and then see if that makes sense for our approach. Just make a
yeah.
like an AI equivalent of Cambly, or if it's going to be something else entirely.
Like we just take, like we try to be creative about approaching this. We try to come up with ideas on how to present it and how to, you know,
I'm actually going to sign up to Cambly, maybe even do a test lesson, and just see what the process is like. I'll also analyze reviews, analyze Cambly reviews, and then just see what people are thinking, right?
and dealing go to,
Yeah, I kind of feel like Duolingo is a bit different, but
yeah,
who knows? I mean,
explore
they
Reddit as
serve the
well.
same job to be done, but Cambly is more directly
Yeah,
relevant to
it's
this idea.
directly, yeah. Also analyze, like just go through Reddit and what people are actually talking about. It's just to get the general vibe um, on what they think. And we should also explore Ahref uh, in depth, like just see what is in there, what's not in there, like backlinks and who's talking about Cambly and do they get like direct links? Well, obviously it's branded, but who else is talking about Cambly?
Yeah, where are they getting customers from? I guess that's the big question.
Yeah,
Cool. Awesome. All right, man. This was a good one. Um, dear viewers, I hope you enjoyed this streaming experience with exactly 0 dropped frames today. Um, let us know in the
and
comments. Smash like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.